What's up, everybody? I'm not coming to be in your business, but I am coming just to talk to you guys. So I'm super duper proud of myself because I showed up for myself today. I didn't wallow in that dark place. I got up, I got dressed. I ended up going to church because I felt like I needed it. And when I tell y'all, I'm so glad that I got up and went to church today. Sometimes you just need to be in his presence. Sometimes all you need is to be in the presence of the Lord. Sometimes you just need to have the warmth of the Father just come and touch you. And sometimes you can't get it in a common place or in a place of familiarity like your room or your house. A lot of the times y'all see me talking and y'all see me talking in my car because my car is like a calm space for me. And I feel like, being outside and just in nature and stuff, even though I'm in my car, like it just gives me like this overwhelming peace. So a lot of my videos are done in my vehicle because I just feel like the atmosphere is just way better than being in my room. But anyways, I got up, I got dressed. After saying that I was not getting out of bed, I had texted my best friend and I told her, I said, look, I should have went to church today, but, I'm going to try again next week. I said I didn't even go to my own service yesterday on Sabbath. I did not go to my own service. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to try again next week. We're going to try again next week because I didn't have it in me. I didn't have the strength. I didn't feel like moving. I didn't feel like getting dressed. I didn't feel like doing anything, like nothing today. But shortly after I sent that message to her, like something like rose up in me and was just like, get up. But it wasn't like a subtle, like, girl, get up. It was a get up. Like, it was like real, like, get up, get dressed, get yourself together, go to church. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get myself dressed. I'm going to go to church. And that's exactly what I did. Even though I think I was an hour late for church, I still decided to show up, and I'm glad I did because right when I had walked in, the spirit of God swept through that place, and I'm so glad that I made it. I swear that moment was set apart just for me because I was not getting up. Do you hear me? I was in my bed. I was bundled up. And I'm just grateful for the Holy Spirit. I'm grateful for just that willpower. I'm grateful for that, like 20%. Like I said, I had made a TikTok. I made a TikTok the other day, and I had said 80% of me wants to give up, but it's that 20 that just will not allow me to. And I'm glad about it because I needed all 20% to get myself together today. Like all 20%. Because halfway through me doing my makeup, I was like, look, man, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to get back into bed. But I was like, nah, I started. I'm going to continue. And I say all of this to say, like, you have to follow through with yourself. You have to be consistent with yourself. If you say you're going to do something, it is important. It is imperative that you have that follow through for you. Because the more you go back on what you say, the more that inconsistency creeps in, the more that doubt creeps in, the more the procrastination keeps in. It is so imperative and important that you keep that follow through, no matter what. No matter what, rather it's going to the gym, rather it's going back to school, rather it's losing weight, rather it's watching what you eat and doing a calorie deficit, rather it's keeping those loose ends tied up, rather it's cutting off that person. You have to be consistent. And one thing that I'm learning about consistency is consistency can either be good or it can be bad. You can be consistent in going back on your word. You can be consistent in doing what you said you're going to do. You can be consistent in quitting. You can be consistent in pushing through. Like you could be consistent in a good or a bad way. You get to choose though in which way you finna be consistent. You're going to be consistent in the things that you know you need to do. Or are you going to be consistent and go back on your word on what you said you was going to do? Like a lot of people look for consistency in other people, but you have yet to master consistency within yourself. And that's part of my problem. I will say I'm not doing something or say I'm going to do something and end up not doing it or end up doing it. Like we have to get to a place, we have to get to a place where we are consistent with ourselves. Everything literally starts with you. It starts with you. And until you learn how to keep that consistency with yourself, until you learn how to keep that follow through with yourself, you'll forever find yourself going in the same cycle, going in that same starting and stopping. Like, and eventually you get tired, because I got tired. Like, I literally had a moment with God the other day, and I'm like, look, I'm tired. Like, I just don't have the strength in me today to just keep pushing. Like, I need that His strength is made perfect in my weakness, because Lord, I'm weak right now. And like I said, like this time of year, like the beginning of December, super duper rough for me. I went through a rough time last year, and I'm actually going to share my testimony about that. I'm going to share that story. I'm going to share it in a few days. I'm actually going to make a vlog about it. And everything that went through, so that way I can just, encourage and help somebody else. But December is rough for me. So those old feelings, that depression tried to creep back in, and I had to get up and do something, because that depression will literally try to eat you alive. Like, it will push you to a place of feeling dead inside. It will push you to a place of lowly bar where you're stagnant and, not moving or not progressing. And I can't afford that. Like, I'm not in the season of playing games. I'm not in the season of wasting time. I'm not in the season of, not progressing, because my life, the calling that's on my life, the people that I'm assigned to, they need my push. They need my press. They need me to continue to do the work of the Father. No matter how hard it gets, I have to be reminded that I said yes to the call, and I said yes to what was on my life, and I have to follow through with that. With tears in my eyes, I have to keep pressing. With no strength, I have to keep going. And I say all of this to say, get back to following through with what you said. Get back to following through with what you said you would or would not do. Get back to being consistent with yourself. Get back to being disciplined. Get back on track. It's okay if you fell. It's okay if you slipped up. There is no condemnation. Do not condemn yourself, because I'm big on that. Like, what? That used to be me. I used to condemn myself. I used to get angry with myself. I used to be so upset, because I'm like, yo, Tierra, you doing it again. You're finding yourself in the same spot again. But not this time. Like, I'm making a conscious decision to put one foot in front of the other. I'm making a conscious decision to not give up. I'm making a conscious decision to keep pressing, even though it's hard. Sometimes, the strong people get weak too. Sometimes the strong people get tired too. But what people have to realize about the strong people is that we didn't want to be this way. Like, nobody wants to wake up and say, oh, I'm going to be strong today. I'm gonna, go through whatever. I'm going to go through the rape, the molestation, the rejection from my family, the estranged relationship with my mother, having a baby at 17. Nobody wakes up and say that I'm going to be strong today for those things. Just to name a few of the testimonies that I have. Nobody woke up today and said that they wanted to be strong for that. People have to realize that strength comes from the things that we endure, the things that we go through. Like, that strength to endure, that strength to withstand, that strength to keep pressing, it comes from us being put in situations. It comes from us, going through the cares of life, whatever life may have brung you, whatever your cares may be. That strength came from that. But sometimes we don't want to be strong. And as a female, it's hard, because you have strong females out here who have never been able to have a soft season, who have never been able to just be themselves, just be Tierra, without having, to be a mom, or to be a worker, or to be a sister, or to be an encourager, or an influencer, or a help to someone, like, or the prayer warrior. Like, sometimes I just want to be me. Like, I don't want to have to be strong. I don't want to have to be strong for everybody else. Sometimes the strong person just wants to be themselves, and nothing's wrong with that. I'm learning that it's okay to say, I don't have the strength to deal with this today. I'm learning that it's okay to say, I don't have the capacity to deal with the load that friends or family or random people try to throw on me. Like, I'm getting to the point to where I'm like, I don't have it for you today. I only have this 10%, and I need this 10% for myself. I'm learning, but people have to be mindful. Sometimes the strong people don't always have, that extra to give. Sometimes the strong people only have what they have for themselves. And that doesn't make them selfish. It makes them human. But what I'm also learning is that a lot of people can't handle you in your human form, in your natural form. But yeah, get back to being consistent with yourself. Get back to sticking with whatever you said that you were going to do. Get back to saying no if you said that you weren't going to do something. Get back to that. Get back to being genuine and authentic with yourself. Get back to loving yourself. Get back on track. Get back on track. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to keep pressing. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to give up. It's time to push the gas, hit the pavement running. But yeah, I love y'all. I hope that this message helps, somebody get through. Don't forget to inhale and exhale with your girl T. Share this video with somebody that you think that it will bless. Like, comment, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button again. And I love you guys. I pray that you guys have a blessed week. A blessed week. Peace.